How'd the trip go for you, Geno?
It was good, man. It was seemed pretty fast. I mean, most of the guys were pretty, sleep on the plane and stuff like that. So I just remember watching some tape, fell asleep, woke up, we were here.
Kind of weird, yesterday practice, playing. Practice again.
I know, right? It just seems like just one big day, just one big day. But yeah, it was cool and it was great to be out there on the field, just to run around and kind of get acclimated to the weather and everything like that.
What's your level of excitement in playing in this game in particular?
I'm extremely excited. I look forward to it. First time playing in the international game, and so it's gonna be fun. I look forward to it, man. Our guys are out here having fun. Everyone's just enjoying the community and all the sightseeing. We're trying to see what Munich's all about, and it's extremely exciting for all the guys. Just look forward to enjoying all these moments.
Embrace it, like in the way you're talking about, rather than view it as a nuisance, just a long trip that no one wants to make.
Yeah, well, I think everyone on our team was excited. Coach included. Everyone was excited. Definitely not a nuisance. Anytime you get to represent your country internationally, it's a big thing. And I liken it to being on, USA Olympic basketball or something like that, where you go overseas and you're playing your sport, but you're also representing your country and bringing new fans to the sport as well. I know that there's a big following out here, and we look forward to putting on a show for those guys.
What to expect from the German fans?
Yes. Well, I expect them to, be loud, be crazy. I actually, was looking at the German 12s. I guess that's the thing out here, the Seahawks fans, and there's a big, following with the German 12. So I expect them to be rooting us on and cheering for us. And every time the ball gets kicked, I know they're going to be excited. So, we're just going to, go out there and try and put on the show.
Do you just a message for them?
Excuse me?
For the German Seahawks fans, do you have a message for them?
Oh, yeah, go Hawks, go 12s, yes.
You just needed the right opportunity, right? Can you think of former teammates who had been in a similar situation and it just never panned out for them? How common do you think that is around the league?
I think it is pretty common. To be honest, I mean, there's only a few slots. It's hard to make it to the NFL. There's only a few guys get to go out there and play on Sundays. We have a team full of guys who were either undrafted. Seattle's been known for that, having guys who are undrafted or may have not, worked out at other teams, other situations, who have done well in Seattle. And so I think that's a common thing for a number of reasons. I think there's many reasons why that happens. But if you make it to the NFL, you got something. You got to have some type of talent, right? So it's really up to the opportunity and then what you do with that opportunity. And different guys, different situations. But I think it happens.
You are here at the site of one of the most famous football clubs in Europe. So did you follow Bayern Munich? Did you follow the Bundesliga of soccer? Are you not interested?
I don't want to be mistaken here. I think did Zlatan play here? No, not here. Well, I play FIFA a lot, so I do play with Bayern Munich, and I pick all the teams and stuff like that. I don't know all the players. I do have a couple favorites here and there, but I do play FIFA. I'm from Florida, and a lot of guys love soccer, and a lot of my family members love international football. So I did follow. Yes.
What does the pistol formation add to an offense?
Well, I think pistol gives us a chance to obviously, be in the dot and kind of hide some of our run plays and pass plays. So it gives different options. It's just really one of those things where you mix it up. You don't always want to be in the, with a back offset can be a tell for some teams. And so you go to pistol to try and eliminate that.
How important is it to do this games outside America to get your sports, the National Football League, to an international football league?
It's very important, I think. We would love for the entire world to be watching our games. We would love for that. And the more we can bring fans along, the more we could, go out there and be advocates for the U.S., also for our sport of American football, to get more maybe kids in Germany or, people in Germany to watch or want to play. I think it's very important.
What was your time with Todd Bowles like? What do you remember about that relationship?
Todd was always a great coach to me. He was obviously our D coordinator as well. I learned a lot from him, learned a lot about defenses. He was always the guy who I felt like was in my corner. We had many talks. Obviously, that was during a tough time, in my NFL career, and I was still young and up and coming, and Coach Bowles helped me through a lot of those situations.
Pete mentioned this week the wristband. Had you ever done that before? And I mean, do you feel like it's something that's helped you guys at all?
Yeah. I've done the wristband a number of times in my career on all levels, and I think we've done it here as well. And so that's something that helps. It just eliminates a coach calling a 10-play word and then me calling a 10-play word right after him. It just takes time for all that to happen. And so you go right to the wristband. It kind of smooths out the operation and makes things faster. Given the front that you're going to see on Sunday, I know you've seen a lot of good fronts, but is this one even more elevated with Vita Vea in the middle? Yeah, Vita Vea is he's a monster of a player in the middle. He's a great player. They have great players all throughout that defense. They're a Super Bowl defense. They have players who are very capable, and I liken it to every other challenge we have, man. There's going to be great players every week. We're going to have tough challenges, and we've got to overcome them.
Are you going to be able to check out the building that you're on the side of somewhere? Yeah.
I heard it was the Olympic building or something like that. I think it's something, one of those buildings. Hopefully I can if I have time, but other than that, it's just good to see it on a picture.
What was your reaction to that? I mean, to be the guy that's being put up there for an international game like that?
I thought it was Photoshop at first, and then when I found out it was real, I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool." So it's definitely an honor, for me and my family, and on behalf of the Seahawks. Could have picked a bunch of guys on this team who could have been that guy, but I'm honored. I'm extremely honored.
Munich is famous for pretzels and beer and some heavy food. You gonna try something?
I won't be having any beer, probably not any pretzels. I'll try something. A donor, is that a thing? I heard about that, so we'll try. We'll see what we can. I'm on a little bit of a diet, but we'll see what we can get in.
Geno, you've been kind of an underdog all season. Do you like being in that role? And because if you guys keep winning, it seems like you're not. Your role might be changing. You guys are going to be viewed as favorites, and people are talking playoffs. Good question. We don't pay attention to that. Underdog, favorite, none of it matters. You got to go out there and play on game day, and you'll see what you are on game day. Whether you're underdog or the favorite, and so we don't really pay attention to that. I don't think we should ever focus on that. I think what we have to do is continue to work hard, study, and then once game day comes around, go out there and execute.
As a quarterback who's doing great from the pocket as yourself, do you ever take parts of, for instance, a Tom Brady's game and that's really good? Stylistically, there's similarities.
Yes, I take from everyone's game. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, all the quarterbacks. I study those guys since I was in high school and college, and I take from Drew Lock and Sean Mannion. All the guys I'm around. I just study a bunch of film. I'm always trying to learn, be a sponge, and there's definitely things you can take from everyone's game, the positive things, and trying to implement into your own game.
How would you describe your ride in the past month after your trade from Russell till now being here in Munich?
I would just say it's a part of the business. None of those decisions were my decisions, and so I'm here with the team and enjoying our time in Munich. We're looking forward to, again, going out there and being advocates for our country and for our team, and trying to put on a great show and get a win.
For you personally, is it like a roller coaster or something like that?
Not at all. Not at all a roller coaster. It's the same as it was 2-3 years ago, man. Life's been good to me, and so I'm just working hard and doing what I do.
Geno, plane ride, any knee highs to kind of stay loose?
Man, I feel like you're trying to do something there. We were just resting and taking our time and just getting ourselves prepared for landing here, and it was good to come out here and do some knee highs on the field and just get ready for practice tomorrow.
Andre said the big guys were snoring and he couldn't sleep. Was that a problem for you too?
Man, I had my headphones in, I had my earbuds in, and I couldn't hear a thing. So I was probably one of those guys snoring, keeping them up.
Geno, you said that they wrote you off, but you ain't right back. If you had to write back to all those critics who have doubted you, what would you write?
I wouldn't write back.
It's a bit of a sign of a mental strength that you really have taken the league by storm this year.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of talent and mental stability. You know, I think those things are coming into a good combination right now. And, you know, I've always had those two things. And so it's more so me just being in the light versus doing it in the shadows.
What do you listen to when you watch film?
I don't listen to any music. When I'm watching film, I like to just be zoned in on the film, just locked in. And I kind of keep the music shut off until I'm done with it.
Were you glad they brought Techno Thursday here as well? Or?
Yeah, that was, I was, you know, a little, it was okay, but I felt like there was a couple songs they missed. I'm pretty sure Will Disley will get on them about that because he's the techno captain.
Thank you, Geno.
Thank you.